Right, we're in not so sunny Stafford. Look at the van, look at the van, yay, look at the snow. Okay, and what we're here to do today is to take out this Zappi, which has been installed by some company I've never heard of. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But that's coming out and we're going to put a nice shiny new Hypervolt in. This is our customer. Hold on, it will be when the camera turns around. Hello.
Hi.
And you actually chose Hypervolt yourself. It was nothing to do with us.
Yes, I did.
It just turns out that we install lots of Hypervolt and we think they're a great charger. So, right, we'll get stuck into this. We're going to have a clean up first and then we'll get the old charger off, get the new Hypervolt on and we'll go from there. Let's get in here then. So, as we said, installed by one of the big boys, a reputable company, left us absolutely no slack on this cable at all. So we're kind of buggered with that. If I haven't got any on the van, I'll have to go and get some. I think I've got some, to be honest. But left us no slack in there at all. No service loop, no nothing. Data cable. Just leaves a bit to be desired, doesn't it, that? Just leaves a bit to be desired, as does this, look. That's how they've connected the CT clamp to the data cable going in. So it's all a bit... Oh, and then this is interesting as well because one of the first things I spotted was that this is a little BG, which is fine. Main switch, as you can see, and a 40 amp breaker. So there's absolutely no RCD protection from the supply side on this at all. So fortunately we have got a bi-directional BG 40 amp RCBO on the van. So we'll look how it's labelled. It's beautiful. So we'll whack that on. So Zappi's off. Zappi down. We've got a Zappi down. Zappi's down, and we're going to see about getting the Hypervolt on there. We'll offer it up. See how it looks. If we can get the cables to reach. If not, I think I've got a bit of cable in the van. We'll have to replace it. Let's have a look. Look at him. I think the very first EV charger we ever installed was a Hypervolt. Very first one we ever did was a Hypervolt, and we've been doing them ever since. The very first charger we ever installed was a Hypervolt. Right, okay, so while I was coming to start wiring this up, and I thought to myself, I'm sure I've got on the van, would you believe, a bi-directional RCBO, which I've got there. We've got it is a B type, but I think that's going to be okay. So it's a B40, but it's type A, double pole, and it's bi-directional. That's great. Then I suddenly thought to myself, this little consumer unit here has got no surge protection. There's no surge protection coming from source because literally meter, handy blocks, straight into that consumer unit. So it's fed straight from the main cutout, if you like. But thankfully, I've managed to rape something out of my van, to be honest, but I've managed to get something out of the van. So I've got surge protection and the correct type of RCBO. Thankfully, it's BG, and thankfully, that's what I had with me. So everyone's a winner. Right, so that bit's done now, and we've tested it. It's all fine. So in there now, what you've got is a main switch, you've got surge protection, and you've got a 40 amp double pole, bi-directional RCBO, and a blank. Ignore the fact, ignore what that says. Ignore that. That's the only one I had on the van. But basically, well, I know how old a unit. It had the old B1 blank in it. It had a couple of them in. And I just don't like them. So I put a full module blank in. Full module blank, albeit, as I say, slightly different writing on the front there. But don't worry about that. But the important thing is, main switch. We've added surge. And we've added a bi-directional RCBO up into our charger. The charger is actually hardwired to the Ethernet, and I'm just going to check in there, make sure we're set to 60 amp, and then it's time to fire it up and commission it. I'll try and get my readers out of the van. Let me see how small this is. So on there, where is it? Yeah, you're supposed to be able to read that that's set. It is actually set to number 6, but you're supposed to be able to read that it's set to 6. Now, obviously, if you look at the instructions there, clearly shows that to the left of bottom centre is 60 amp, which is what we're setting it to, and it is clearly set to that. But my God, I had to go and get my readers to to sort that out. It's been one of them. It's actually been one of them, but what can you see there just over my shoulder? Oh yes, it's the Hypervolt. And spinning around. So we're just coming to the end of this now. Trying to tidy everything up. Just got to do the final bit of customer handover. Change the labels on that consumer unit down there. Label it up properly. But we've done what we've done. We'll show you the finished product before we leave. Not very often. Tip my hat off. It's not very often I have to crouch down, but for this little video I am. Right, so little consumer unit's done. All up to date. Surge protection, bi-directional RCBO, etc, etc. Hypervolt is done. Holsters on the wall. It's all up and running, handed over to the customer. Everyone's a winner. It's Friday, it's freezing cold, and it's a bit dark now. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you soon. Take care.